Miss Sprint Cup, Kim Coon, another fabulous trip to Las Vegas. Look at you, you're smiling already. How much do you love Las Vegas?
I love Las Vegas. You know, the excitement, the energy, it's nonstop.
What has been the high point? I saw an interview that you did, and you said that you have the best job in the world.
I do, you know, mainly because we get to meet so many fans. That's my favorite part of the job, because we travel the NASCAR circuit and we get to talk to people from not only all over the country but all over the world who are so passionate about this sport.
Wow, talking to fans is my least favorite part. Of course, I only have one fan, and it's my mom. And she's kind of annoying. But if you could have any other job, what would it be? Like, all of a sudden, you can't be Miss Sprint Cup anymore. You have to have something else. The world's open. You would be...
Honestly, if I had the skill, I would be on an over-the-wall crew, just because I do love NASCAR, and I like the fast pace that the over-the-wall crews kind of go at, and it's kind of a competition. They're kind of like pro athletes if you think about it, and it's just, you know, in those moments where a pit stop really matters to a win or a loss. I think it'd be cool to be an over-the-wall crew member. I don't think I could do like the jack or the gasman, but maybe I could have the agility to do a tire changer.
First of all, how dumb am I? The first time I ever got a hot pass, I went down. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever, except I didn't bring earplugs.
Oh, no. You know, I've gotten to where I don't usually use them unless I'm at a track like Bristol or Martinsville, where it's just so small and the sound is just all contained right there, so it's so loud you can't even think. But I don't usually use earplugs too much. If it gets really loud, I just do the finger trick.
So I'll just start talking really softly or something. What was the highlight for you this year of all the things that you're like, that was the coolest thing this year?
You know, I've gotten that question asked a lot, and there's a couple of things that really stood out.
But you only get one.
I only get one?
I'll take two.
All right, two. Well, obviously, Victory Lane at the championship in Homestead Miami Speedway, sharing that with Brad. It was his first Sprint Cup Series championship, the first for Penske, which was really cool to have the captain there too. So I think that was probably the highlight, just because you feel the energy off the crew, off the sponsors, off the driver, the crew chief, and the fans are out there. It's kind of funny because when you're on the championship stage and, you know, on the front stretch, they let the fans come down from the stands, and it's just like swarms, a sea of people. So that was really exciting. And then I got to go skydiving for NASCAR.com back in Daytona, so that would be second place.
Ooh.
Yes.
By yourself, or were you in tandem?
Oh, no, it was tandem.
Okay.
But it was only me. Like, they sent me up there. None of the other NASCAR.com guys went up there, and they just were like, go, do it.
Oh,
I did it.
There you go. That would be a low light. Yeah, that'd be a low light for me. Social media, you're so active in it. First of all, give out your Twitter handle.
Yes, at Miss Sprint Cup, and then our Facebook page, just Miss Sprint Cup.
What is the best thing about social media in your point of view? And also, what is the worst thing, the most dangerous thing about it?
Oh, goodness. I think the best thing is it makes everyone and everything so accessible. So NASCAR already does a good job of making the drivers and the teams and just the sport in general accessible. You can't go outside American Airlines Arena and shake hands with LeBron before he takes the court, whereas NASCAR, you know, the drivers are making appearances all during race day right before they take their, you know, playing field. And Twitter and social media just take that even further in making the drivers accessible. You know, I follow a lot of the drivers and personalities in the sport, and they're always tweeting to fans, and just, so I think it kind of bridges the gap even more. And then
that's the good part. Yeah, now
that's
the bad part.
The bad part is everything's recorded. So you type something or post something, and it's history forever. It's there.
That's a very good thing.
Even if you erase it, it's there.
That's the thing. I think people don't realize, oh, I erased it, it's not there. Somebody's got it and probably already captured it. I know that it's so great that Championship Week here in Vegas, they play the games and everything like that. I know this year they're doing a version of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yes.
If you had a category, did you ever watch that show?
I did, a little bit. I'm actually helping with it, though.
Okay.
So I'm going to be asking some of the questions. Luckily, I don't have to answer any of them.
I was about to say, you think, oh, these are easy. Then you're like, oh, my gosh. But what category would you like, oh, I got that category down. And what category would you be like, oh, my gosh, I got to stay away from that?
Oh, goodness.
What were you really good at school, and what was the subject you did?
Biology. I was really good in biology.
Okay.
So maybe the sciences I'd be really good at.
And you'd steer clear of?
I love history, but there's just so much of it that ends up being pretty tricky.
See, and we're just opposite. I don't know anything about ask my wife, I know nothing about biology, but I'm really good about historical things. Very good. I don't know the now, but the then, boy, I'm really good at it. Let's do this. It seems like there's a new saying out there called NASCAR Road Rage. I mean, you know, from the Gordon and the Boyer incident and everything like that. Do you see that happening more often this year than in previous years? And if so, what do you think the reason is? And is it tied with social media?
You know, I think we see it every year. We see I want to call it rage. I think it's more passion. The drivers and the teams just get so passionate about their sport. Not that I like to condone fighting or anything, but it is nice to see the teams just get fired up about what they do and just, like I said, be passionate about it. And it's kind of cool because, Sprint's integrated that into the awards banquet because we've created this thing called the Sprint Fan Voice Awards, where we have 4 different categories, and fans can actually vote for the winners on our Facebook page, facebook.com/MissSprintCup. But funny you mentioned, like, one of those moments in social media, there is a category called #DidYouSeeThat. So there's a couple of different moments throughout the season where they were moments that just lived on in social media, and they were all moments where either a driver or a team got very passionate about, what was going on. So, I think that rage is not the right word.
Okay.
Passion.